Welcome back to another Alliance War video for Loki versus PBT. This is a rematch, and both alliances have been doing better score-wise. And I'm on path 6, my first section. I'm using Hulkling, and I wasn't really worried about this fight. I was talking to my friend about some assignments that he had in his alliance, and I kind of like pushed him to use Hulkling. He killed it, SP2 spam, and I was going to use Nimrod here for my first two fights, but I decided to go with Hulkling to basically mimic it. And you see here, I'm just like, okay, I can dex his SB1 and SB2, so nothing about this is really scary. But the important thing here is to keep track of his gamma radiation, to obviously keep him go immortal. But I see here that when I start my SB2 spam, my heavy there, so he turtles up and I can throw my SB2. I'm thinking I'm just gonna kill. So there's my first, and I don't realize he's at 15 at this point, and I throw it, and I think he's dead, and he's not, and he hits me and goes red. I throw my special 2 just to buy time for the immortality, and then I'm gonna hit the block and let my pierce do the damage, and luckily it did. I completely underestimated this fight, wasn't worried about it at all, and it almost came back to bite me. So just be careful, because the fights you think are least worrisome sometimes come back to haunt you. And I was just so focused on that SB2 spam that I didn't realize his gamma shot up. I'm not too sure why, but this fight again, I'm taking it, and this is why I was gonna use I-Bomb, because he's obviously poison immune. But I wanted Hulkling just to end it sooner. And this one I'm taking a little bit more slowly. I'm going to try to ramp up the protections on, it's ebb and flow intercept, so I do want to line up the intercept with my SB2. And right here I'm just basically just building power in the middle of this fight, because right here I get the intercept. Okay, and now I back off because I want to hit into his block and build my shape-shifting charges, and that's what I do. And I throw it, and I get my 2 Furies, and I'm like, alright, sweet. He throws his SB1, I'm like, okay, but the protection's back up. And right here you see I did a 7k and 4k, 7k medium and a 4k light. And I hit into his block, I lose track of my shift-shifting charges, and obviously I take some damage, but Hulkling regen, so that's always good. And here I just decide to throw my SB2, into his block, because I'll go unblockable. And at this point I'm like, he's melting. I'm not going to try to do the rotation with the intercept. I'm just gonna hit him, and if I can get an intercept like right here, then I will. And then I'm gonna throw my special 2 and just kill him. There's no reason to try to make this more complicated than it is. So first time using Hulkling in war, not an excuse. First fight I underestimated, didn't keep track of things. Second fight, just wasn't sure what rotation to use, but it's all good. And next fight, I have this abs band. I just took this last war with Torch. I have a white magneto pre-fight here, and the plan is to get a quick intercept to get the protection down, and then just medium, light, medium, and push him to an SP2. I am gonna do longer combos if it means that I can push him to an SB2. He starts in Uru, and I don't want him to throw his special 1 unless I can deactivate his form. So he doesn't go for the intercept, so at this point I'm just going to go medium, light, medium until I get to a special 2. And I get the intercept here. I go for a full combo to push him to 2 bars, and I want to bait this out, and just medium, light, medium here. And basically if I get an intercept, great, but the Nova Flames do significant damage. So here I'm going to push him to 2 bars, and the power sting actually kills him. I got an intercept in the middle of that combo, so easy peasy. And next up I have Sasquatch on 39. This is the ebb and flow intercept with mighty charge and crumbling armor. I have a white magneto pre-fight, so I can parry at will, and I'm using Torch with flame on, and my indestructible still running, so I'm going to head in. And the plan is, again, to get to a quick intercept, medium, light, medium, and ideally just push him to an SP2 and take that on the block. So everything starts out well as he goes for the intercept. He throws a special one. I don't like that he does that, because then I have the dex, and he gets pushed with MD. But it's all good. I'm doing massive amount of damage. He throws this into my block so I can build smolders, and I go for a combo. Didn't dex that, so no MD. And at this point, I throw the SP2 just for the kill shot. And I had a short war. That was it. Just those quick fights, and we did end up taking the boss with Andrew, with Herc, and of course, I had to keep it going with Andrew. Every time he uses Herc, he just loves these puns. And of course, our fearless leader Steve, or Scar, as we like to call him. He's kind of like the Scar from The Lion King. He doesn't watch these videos, so he doesn't know what we say, but that's basically it. He doesn't like these puns. But anyways, let's look at the final stats of the war. And we did lose this war 4-5. It was rather heartbreaking. Andrew, B McG, and Karate Mike, shout out to you guys for the MVPs. But there were 2 planning mistakes in my BG specifically that I could have fixed that would have essentially won us the war. But we learned from them, and on to the next one. We locked the Masters. See you guys in the next one.